I'm shocked that they're going back to these barbaric ways of killing people and executing people.
A history-making execution. A man convicted in a double murder more than 20 years ago, now dead by firing squad. And it's the first time in South Carolina.
Plus, an investigator accused of lying. That's the claim in a new lawsuit against the Richland County Sheriff's Department. The plaintiff's daughter now speaking out.
Plus, a wildfire arrest. A woman now posting bond, charged with sparking the massive fire near Myrtle Beach. How authorities say she started it.
I really feel sorry for the lady.
Live from Columbia, South Carolina, WIS News 10 starts with breaking news.
A moment marking South Carolina history today, the state carrying out its first firing squad execution.
67-year-old Brad Sigmund is also now the first person to die by this method in the United States in 15 years, and just the fourth since the death penalty resumed in the U.S. nearly 50 years ago.
Sigmund admitted to killing his ex-girlfriend's parents back in 2001 with a baseball bat after she refused to come back to him. He also kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and shot her when she escaped, but she survived.
Sigmund's attorneys say that he chose the firing squad because it seemed to him like the best option. His other choices were electric chair or lethal injection. Sigmund was strapped to a chair with a hood on his head as three gunmen aimed for a target placed over his heart. Witnesses to the execution spoke just moments ago. Let's take a listen.
Brad Sigmund took several pretty deep breaths, and then suddenly the shots rang out at, I believe Christy said it was 6:05 and 50 seconds. At that point, you did see a small red stain on Sigmund's chest.
His lawyers say he chose the firing squad after concerns about the drug used for lethal injections. His attorneys say the three inmates previously executed by lethal injection in South Carolina suffered prolonged death and suffering.
Protesters have also been outside the facility all day, and among the people is the brother of the last person to be executed by firing squad in the U.S. That was Ronnie Lee Gardner in Utah back in 2010. One protester and reverend says why Sigmund should have been granted clemency.
Nobody is beyond redemption, that we are more than the worst thing we've ever done, that we're more than the worst thing that's ever happened to us, and we can always choose to be different and better, and that is who Brad Sigmund is.
Excluding today, South Carolina has executed 46 people since the death penalty was reinstated back in 1976. 7 of those were by electrocution, the rest were by lethal injection.
And we'll have more coverage on the execution tonight at 11. To stay updated on breaking news just like this, you can scan the QR code on your screen to download the WIS News app. It'll take you to your app store where the app is free to download.
Turning now to your forecast, a big drop in temperatures is forecast for this weekend. We are tracking first alert weather days for this Sunday and into next week.
Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Adam Clark. So Adam, what else can we expect heading into this weekend?
Well, Saturday is going to be wonderful and breezy. Temperatures upper 70s, very warm. But as we head into Sunday, those temperatures just drop down into the upper 50s. And we've got a little chance of some showers too. By Monday, it's rain and wet.
A man was in the Richland County Jail for almost 2 years after a lawsuit claims a Richland County Sheriff's Department investigator said the man confessed to a crime. Well, the man's attorney says when they translated the interview, which was in Spanish, the man actually denied the accusations and never confessed. Investigative reporter Derek Rush explains the lawsuit.
Mena's attorneys say he was diagnosed with colon cancer while he was detained and had to have surgery to remove his intestines. The suit said Mena's nearly 2-year-long stay at Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center is. Reporting here in the newsroom, I'm Derek Rush.
Looking across the region, the massive Carolina forest wildfire is now more than halfway contained after igniting more than 2,000 acres. The struggle reaching its 7th day, charred branches and trees scattering the Myrtle Beach area as smoke lingers on the ground.
And now the woman charged with sparking the wildfire is posting bond.
The South Carolina Forestry Commission says that its law enforcement officials made that arrest yesterday.
40-year-old Alexandra Bielloso is charged after officials say she started burning debris in a backyard fire pit. They say she didn't have a water source available or tools to control the fire. The Forestry Commission says her lack of resources led the fire to spread. She's now facing 2 charges, including negligently allowing fire to spread to another's property. She posted a $15,000 bond today.
Today, Senator Lindsey Graham and Representative Russell Fry, along with other state leaders, met with responders on the front lines. Graham thanking the crews for their hard work.
Y'all have stepped up to the plate. You've saved property and you saved lives. And on behalf of everybody in South Carolina, thank you, thank you, thank you.
The congressman also says that they are in close contact with President Trump as officials look for ways to get relief funding.
Still ahead, protecting human trafficking victims. The Attorney General's new plan to help those impacted. Your news is back in just 2 minutes.
People freezing to death.
The life-threatening struggles of homelessness in the cold. How Columbia shelters are preparing.
Trying to rally the team.
Colder weather is creeping back as we head into tonight. What to expect?
And battling food insecurity. This winter, how SNAP benefits are helping those in need and those giving back.
The search for a star.
Come home.
A Broadway dancer missing for almost 2 weeks. Now, the emotional message from his family.
And a trade school surge. Why a Columbia welding program is seeing record enrollment.
From on the ice to in the ocean, the Stanley Cup is going for a celebratory swim. The Florida Panthers taking their excitement to the Atlantic, and fans are right there with them.
And coming up in the next hour, a controversial call in yesterday's WNBA game, how the league's most popular rookies are reacting to the flagrant foul.
Ahead here in the race, from big donors to your next door neighbors, Democrats are growing divided on President Biden's re-election. What's causing the split?
You were the X-Man.
Deadpool and Wolverine is the latest entry in this summer of sequels, trying to rake in big bucks at the box office. Inside Out 2 is now the highest grossing animated movie ever. Twisters, that just came out last week, blew past box office predictions, and same goes for Despicable Me 4.
Well, do they mean anything, or was that just somebody's idea of something? I like those colors, so I'm going to put those on there. What do they stand for? Well, they do stand for something, and it's tonight's good question.
Google Trends found some of the more interesting regional differences across the U.S. In Alaska, for instance, reindeer hot dogs were highly searched ahead of the holiday.
Keep in mind, can turn into a very stressful situation in the blink of an eye.
I'm scared. I watch them. My 16-year-old, when he was little, he would just walk right in the water like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's a parent's nightmare. Your child getting stuck